that works for me.
Hi Tabby, what's on the agenda for today?
The agenda today is with Jack Karak and Jake LaMotta. They are one's a baseball player and one is the owner of the Alaskan Bulldogs. They have a little bit of an issue about trying to get the one player. He's asking for some stuff that the other guy doesn't see to be completely correct.
Okay, and how do you think this is going to go?
I'm not completely sure. What I get is their conflict styles are a little different, so I'm not completely sure from here where it's going to go, but I'm hoping to reach a solution.
Absolutely. All right, let's get this show on the road.
Hello, my name is Joshua Roy, and this is Tabby Burke. Welcome to Klondike Gold Mediation Services, and we're happy to be here today to all come together to try and come to a solution here. Yep. And you must be...
I'm Jack Karak.
G'day.
I'm Jake LaMotta.
Nice to meet you both. May we call you by your first name?
Sure.
Of course.
Yeah.
Super. Okay. And so, why are we here today?
Well, basically, I've set this mediation up. Normally, this isn't the way that we do things in baseball. But what's happened is there's been a new rule set in the league, which allows trading with the last 2 weeks before the playoffs. So we're here to kind of set the ground rules for what I'd like to happen in the negotiation. My father used to own, or still owns, the Alaskan Bulldogs. Unfortunately, he's very ill right now, hospitalized. He's asked me to take over the Bulldogs and manage them. I've grown up in the minor and major leagues. I'm a batting coach with the Toronto Blue Jays. It's come down to the teams within the league know the way my father used to work, but it's not the way that I do business. There are some things, to give you an example, my father respected the salary cap. You probably heard about it 2-3 years ago. It was in the news a lot. He'd hire players and then hire them on to his oil company as well, and pay them an extra salary on top of their base salary from the baseball team, which kept within the rules of the league, but not necessarily, doesn't make for great baseball. As far as I can see, it corrupts the sport and it corrodes it, and I'd like to clean that up a little bit. Now that being said, we do want Jack on the team. Jack is one of the best players, if not the best, in leadership. He's proven that 6 times with 6 titles. And I'm hoping that, knowing that he's coming to a family team, we might be able to maybe set some goals for negotiation so that we're not really off during the mediation process.
Good.
Okay.
Thank you, Jake.
Well, you know, the big thing for me, obviously, is I don't really care where I play. You know, I've already won 6 world titles, and to me the big thing is more about the little things for me, you know, like keeping my family protected. I'd like to be able to keep my number from childhood, you know, playing childhood baseball, you know, having the number 33, I'd really like to be able to keep that. Also, like $1 million signing bonus, you know, I think that is fair for, you know, the skills that are being offered here for me. You know, you said that I bring great leadership to the table, and I think I do bring great leadership to the table. I like my wife and my kids, you know, they're very important to me. I have 2 lovely daughters, they're 7 and 9. Being able for them to travel on the road would be really great. And, you know, having a house for them to live in, professors so that, you know, they can be homeschooled and stuff like that. You know, it's very important for me so that my children have an education. $120,000 quarterly spending allowance for, you know, my wife, like how are they supposed to live and stuff. I'm also looking for the $2.5 million salary that I had in Orlando to be matched there. I think that's, you know, completely fair for the services that I'm offering your team, you know, possibly, potentially bringing a championship to Alaska. Also, I like a long-term contract. I'm looking for a 7-year contract, and also ponies. You know, ponies have always been something that my daughters have wanted. And last, but I guess not least, it's, you know, you guys have all heard about my knee and the trouble that I've had with my knee injury, and I'd like to, I guess my request is that professional doctors, you know, like the highest trained doctors work on my knee.
Thank you. Okay. And what are your thoughts on these?
Well, the house and family security I totally understand, and I think that the league rules state that we're allowed to buy land to set up dwellings for our players. So I think there is a way around that. It's not quite within the league rules, but at the same time, it's not breaking the league rules. So that right there, I have no problem with. The $1 million signing bonus and the $2.5 million is the league cap. I'm fine with that. I can stay at that. $1 million signing bonus is against league rules. This is where it kind of falls into that corporate package that my father used to offer. The media has labeled it a corporate package. I can't offer a signing bonus because it's against the rules. Now, I would assume that Orlando's probably not offering a signing bonus as well. So that shouldn't be a real big issue. 7-year contract with no trade clause. I'd like to see that because of your knee and because we don't know if you're going to make the 7 years. I'd like to see that shrunk.
That's something that I'm not sure that I can negotiate on.
Okay,
That's definitely something that's important to me that I'm not really willing to budge on.
Okay.
Job security, is definitely a big thing. Like I said, I don't care where I play.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't matter to me. You need me a lot more than I need you.
That's true. That is true, and that's why we're here. The pony clause, although it's funny, it's allowed in our. We have stipulations in our league contracts that allow for up to the amount of a full education, a lifetime of education. So the ponies, we have no problem with. We can provide that for your daughters. Knee surgery. Again, we're kind of governed by the league. Going outside the league and getting a doctor may be an issue, but we are all free people here. There's no reason why I might not be able to help you find a doctor outside as an individual and not have it charged to the team. As for reimbursement for that, we'd have to look into some other scenarios. Again, the $120,000 to your spousal package, it's under the corporate package, and I just can't do this. It's not the way that we should be doing business in the league. And I guess that's why I'm here to kind of, I'm going to try and be as accommodating as possible, but there's a lot of things that I just can't do.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess that's fair. Some of the league rules, I guess you really have no control over, and there's nothing really you can do about that. So some of those things that I guess I would be willing to maybe settle for a bit less, or talk about a different sum, or go around or find a loophole around some of these rules. I guess I would be willing to negotiate on some of those. For sure.
Good. Well, it sounds like we're making great progress here, folks. Why don't we just take a 5-minute break to think about things, and then we'll come back and discuss further.
Sure, sounds good.
Super.
Thank you.
Great.